You
some
can't
movies
replicate
just
that.
you just can't do it. Like Ice Age. If anyone tried to make a live action of Ice Age, I would kill them. I would find them and run them over with my car. I'm Maddie.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're okay, ready?
Yeah.
And we're just some podcast. Why didn't you do it?
I thought you said that we weren't doing it. I thought we were doing that. I thought you were doing it with me. Oh, and we're just some podcast. Hold on.
Hello.
Hi, your hair looks so cute. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Did you do
It's a
anything
mess.
to it? It's just really cute.
You know what? I brushed it. That's the difference. I brushed my hair.
No. I just feel really tired. I'm like trying to cover up my tiredness with glasses. Let's see.
Well, I would not have gotten tired from that because you look great.
Oh, girl. Don't still make me blush on the podcast.
You know what? You know what I watched yesterday?
Wait, hold on. Let me just.
No, it's fine.
No, girl. I want to hear.
I wouldn't want to hear what I have to say either.
I want to. Oh, are we recording? Are we recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, we've been recording. Where have you been? I'm so sorry. No, wait, no, I'm so sorry. Dude, please forgive me. Please!
Oh, dude. It's so nice to
Dude.
see your lovely, lovely face.
Good to see you too, pal. My hair is
I am-
just crazy. I saw Wicked yesterday.
Oh, yeah. You saw it in the theatrical way.
Yes. Yes. It was funny because Ashley, she bought me the tickets for my birthday. And we get to the theater and we check our tickets and we check in, we're going up the stairs, and then Ashley was like, "Are we on the third level?" I said, "I think so. I think that's what the lady said." And then we get to the top and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I said, "Why are you sorry?" And she was like, "These are terrible seats." I said, "What are you talking about? We're on the balcony. We can see it all. We're here to see Wicked. I don't care where we sit."
Also, I watch Wicked from any angle. Dude, I'm backstage.
Dude.
I can only see some of it. I'm having a great time.
Dude,
I am craning my neck up. I'm having a great time. I'm using a telescope sack or my mom calls them something. There's like these opera
binoculars.
goggles, the opera
I'm like,
goggles that you get.
yes, this is me. Like I was like, I don't care. I can hear.
I've
I can
I've got
see.
my phone. I'm zoomed all the way in. I'm watching it on
I'm
my phone.
zoomed.
I don't care. I don't care.
But it
I'm
was
there.
phenomenal. It was phenomenal. So what are we watching and reading this week, Care Bear?
Um,
Nothing.
hey,
You're watching
hey
nothing
guys.
because you're doing nothing and you're just working.
Guys, I've been working so much. I'm so tired. No, I have been watching Queso. For the fourth week in a row, I've been watching his
Dude,
streams. I'm
that's
having so much
crazy.
fun. He's so funny and it doesn't get old to me. And he's wholesome too, which is always fun.
It's great. Yeah.
So I love. So I've been watching that.
I love that for you.
He's really funny. And then, but really, I haven't really been watching much. I've been working so much. I've been editing so much. I've been writing so much. I've just been busy, dude. Tired.
Yeah, I got you.
So tired. I'm so tired.
You're
Tomorrow's
so
my
tired.
sleep-in day.
Hell yeah. So
I'm pumped.
Friday.
It is
Yeah,
Friday
Friday.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I have been reading. I'm still reading my directing actors book. It's really good,
Mm-hmm.
guys. It's pretty much like the textbook standard. I think if you're in any film school, this book is. Um, I know my sister went over it in her directing class. Maddie, did you read this one? I know you did producing, so I don't know if you would have read it in any of your classes, but it's
Well, I mean, like, my major was filmmaking, but the only books I ever read in film school, I did go to film school, guys. In film school, the only books I read was screenwriting books.
I have a few of those too. Yet this one is directing actors by Judith Weston. It's really good. It's really good. So,
Yeah.
I really liked it. I was trying to find a book on directing, and my sister was like, "Oh, read this one we read in class. It's great." And I was like, "Okay." So I'm still going through that. And And then I've been reading Thunderhead, which is the second book inside. It's literally been a month, guys. I'm going so slow through these books.
I know
Although
every single update we've
I
gotten in the
know
past couple
it's the
weeks
same
says,
ones.
I've been reading the directing book, I've been reading
And
Thunderhead, and then one line at a time in Pride, Prejudice, and Space.
I really want to like read like a quick romance because I'm just like I need to get back into reading every day.
You
Because I've
should.
just been so tired. I think I'm gonna read the new, which we talked about this one last time too, but I think I'm gonna read
What?
the new Allie Hazelwood because I just love her so much.
You might like her novellas. She has three of them,
Yeah, I need to check
and
those
they're
out
about
too.
best friends. I did read them. I like them.
Besties, love that. That's
Besties
so
for the
cute.
besties. Yes.
Um,
So,
yeah. What have you been reading and watching? How are your
well,
housewives? How are your housewives?
Housewives are great. Love my house. Girl, I love my housewives. No, yesterday I was in the mood for animation. So I rewatched Mulan.
You love
Love Mulan.
Mulan. Dude,
Mulan's
that was so
fantastic. I don't
good.
care what anyone says. It's a
That was like
great
the
movie.
best Disney time I think there's been. Was that
Like,
between
yeah.
like
As a
the from
kid,
like the 90s to the early 2000s?
yeah, as a kid, my favorite Disney princesses were Belle, Mulan, and then when Princess and the Frog came out, Tiana became my absolute favorite Disney princess
She's awesome.
ever. She's just a great character. I can't. Anyways, so watched Mulan, and then I've watched the live action of Mulan because I've never seen it and everyone hates it. So I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna form an opinion, I have to watch it. So I did.
Oh, the live action. I thought you were talking I thought you were talking the animated with the animation.
Yeah, I said live action, so I don't know how you got animation from that, but that's okay. That's fine. Um, so no, so I watched the
Guys, I'm
Mulan
dying.
animation. I watched the Mulan animation, and then afterwards, I watched the live action just to see, because the only thing I knew about it was that they didn't add the music. Like it's not a musical. Um, hey, it's rough. I didn't think it was bad. I did not think the movie was bad. I will say that. I
Hey,
didn't.
it's rough, but it's
It's
not
rough.
bad is a crazy statement.
No, it's rough without the music. Like the music in the animation move like part of it is it just makes it so much more fun. It's a, whatever. But in the live action, it's longer and it's more serious. So the entire time you're just like, oh, I guess Mulan without the music is a really serious story that I should probably take seriously. But,
Well, yeah, but okay,
I
but
mean,
here's
it
the
wasn't
thing
bad.
though. In the animation, and I haven't seen the live action, but in the animation, they do have the music that makes it fun. But oh my gosh, there's so many moments in that movie that are just like when the music
Yes.
stops and they see that kid's doll, dude, that one gets me every
Oh,
time. I'm always like,
that part was, it was so
it's
rough.
rough.
Also, the guy that plays the villain, well,
Is he
okay, in
hot?
the live, no,
Okay.
not at all.
Oh no, he's hot.
Oh no, he's hot. But in the live action, they have two villains. They have a witch, and then they have like the main guy. Um, this is so like
I'm just seeing if he's
nitpicky.
hot.
This is so nitpicky. I understand. But I wanted his voice to be deeper. Like he might have had that look, but he just didn't have the voice for it. Like I
Oh,
was
dude, they did a good job
with
casting.
casting.
Sorry.
They did
Yeah.
do a really good job with casting. Like I thought the cast was phenomenal. They did change a bunch of stuff. Like they didn't have the Lucky Cricket. They just had a guy named Cricket. The
Oh,
love
that's kind of cute
interest,
though.
it was cute. They changed her name from Fa Mulan to something else. So it's like something else Milan. Can't remember. I was like, that's a weird change. I don't know why you did that. And then they didn't have the dragon. They had a phoenix, which was again fine. I didn't mind it. Um, then the love interest that she has in the animation, he's the captain of whatever of them.
He's
In
not
the
the
live
captain?
No, he's like just a regular soldier. And I was like, what are we doing here?
You're
Also,
like,
there
I
was
liked the unbalanced power dynamic.
I like that.
Thanks.
It was funny though because
Freak.
at one point in the live action, she goes up to the captain, who's not the love
Hmm.
interest. She goes up
Right.
to him and she's about to tell him the truth because on her father's sword it says honor something else in the truth. I forgot what it was. I watched this yesterday, I can't remember. But the big one was true, and so she couldn't say it out loud because she knew that, she wasn't being her true self. Like she was pretending to be a dude. And so she goes up to her captain and she's like, "Hey, so like I have something to tell you." And he's like, "You know what? I have something to tell you. I think you're a good man. And when we get back after this war, I want you to meet my daughter." And then she goes, "Great, sounds great. Be an honor." And I was like, "Oh, so
Bruh.
close. So close. So close."
That's
But
awesome.
the person who played Mulan, fantastic. It
Hey,
was great. It
I
was
had never
great.
watched it. I haven't watched. Everyone told me to watch Little Mermaid, and I hadn't watched it, and I really want to watch that one. Cause, dude, dude, you know what I really want? I
What?
really want a live action Hercules, but like musical and everything.
Me
That's what I want.
too.
Like
They are making
if we're
one.
gonna remake I know they're making a Broadway musical to Hercules, and I'm
I'm
pumped.
pretty sure they're having a movie. Maybe it was the
A
musical I
movie
was looking
too?
at.
Oh, let me look it up.
I have no idea. Um,
That's
yeah.
Hercules, yes, please.
Huh,
Like I'm
you mean
ready.
Hercules?
Oh,
I
it's
love it.
reportedly in works. This is according to IMDb though. So let's see.
And I know they're wanting to do Tangled live action.
Oh, no, never mind. I take it back. It's gonna have the Aladdin director. Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa,
What?
whoa, wait, hold on, guys. Wait, wait, everyone sit down. Everyone, hold on.
I'm
Wait a
already
second.
sitting down. What? Tell me.
I know. That's crazy. I don't know it was Guy Ritchie.
Hmm.
Why is Aladdin bad? It had all the things stacked for it to be good.
I know.
I'm gonna tell you it's the editing. Like, I'm gonna be so for real. It's the way it was
It
edited. The
was the
way it's
editing.
edited is
A
really
thousand
weird.
percent.
Like, the editing
Can
is terrible. And, like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
And I just don't understand. Like, I understand changing in a live action where they change some sort of the plot just to make it feel
Make
like
it
more
fit
realistic,
in, like, the real world.
make it
Yeah.
fit, fill some plot holes. Like in Beauty and the Beast live action, they kind of made her, what's the word? It's not engineer. I don't know, but they just showed her smarts more in the live action than the animation, you know?
Yeah.
But in but like in Aladdin, they just changed unnecessary things and I was like, why are we doing this?
I
Why
don't
can't
know if it was unnecessary because I think when you're watching an animation, there's a lot more we were younger when we watched the animation.
That's
And
true.
also there's like a lot more what's the word? It's like
Fun.
you'll believe a lot more. You'll buy into a lot more because it's animated and you're like
Mm-hmm.
taking it as that. And
Yeah.
some of the plot lines in Aladdin are kind of weird. And she does marry this dude, like immediately after she's like, I would not marry a man. And then
Yeah.
she immediately does. So I think they
Yeah.
took liberties to make her character stronger, and I don't think that was a terrible choice. But I think the
No.
editing is just really bad and it ruins the movie and it makes me so sad because I enjoy the movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I
I
did not
hated
think
it.
Jafar was very good either. Jafar wasn't strong.
No.
So to
Make
me, it
these
was
villains hot again.
sign this petition if you want villains to be hot. They're like, yeah, no, and it wasn't that he wasn't hot. It was just that he wasn't believable to me. Like
No.
and I think it's also hard. Once again, it's a cartoon. Like it's a cartoon villain being in live
Hmm.
action. It's harder, but
I want to be like scared of the villain. You know, like these people that
yeah,
they're
like
picking, I'm just not scared. Oh, you
like when
put
you're
some
kids.
eyeliner on? Congratulations. You're not scary. No one
Congratulations.
cares.
No, that was to make them hot, Maddie. That was to make them hot. Shh, 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 that's what I
Does it make him scary? I need to be scared. I need to be scared for my life, and then I'd be like, okay, you
do.
know,
I need to be
I
scared in a cute little flirty way.
mafia. Um,
Yeah.
no, but you see what I'm
No,
saying?
I think it's the editing for me. Like the editing takes me out of the movie like 20 times. Like when he's falling out the window and suddenly it's slow motion and then out of slow motion again, I'm like,
I was like,
what the hell are we
huh?
doing? I literally like, did we just decide to play with slow motion one day? And then they were like, well, we already
Yeah,
shipped the movie. It's already in theaters. Oh,
yeah,
we were just messing around. We didn't know that. Like, what did we, why? And
yeah.
the music is so good. And I love the lead guy and I love the lead girl and I really liked Will Smith as
Oh yeah,
Genie, right? And I thought he did a good job.
yeah. He was
But the
fine.
editing is so bad that I'm like, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the cinematography either. I don't think the cinematography is that good. It's kind of weird, like in a way that's noticeable that it takes you out. And
Mm-hmm.
can we talk about the freaking one of my favorite scenes in the whole in the animation that they absolutely butchered in the live
What?
action is the One Step Ahead song where he's like running around, but they
What's
do all
a
that
on
weird,
the front line?
yeah,
One
that
jump.
one.
Yeah, there you go.
And when they do, or One Jump Ahead, I think. Um, they edited it weird and like speed it up and slow it down, and I'm just like,
Yeah, Dylan is in trouble. Commented on
yeah, he
that.
talks about that. It's so weird. I'm literally like, who? Like, I'd like to re-edit. Like, give me the footage. Let me re-edit it. Like, this is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. And I'm not gonna lie, it was because I don't know why this turned into an Aladdin roast fest, but it was also one of those sets where I watch the movie and I'm like, that's a set. And sometimes it's like that's a
No,
set
like
and
why
it's
are
really
you doing
cool.
that?
And then sometimes it's like that's a set. That's a Disney Channel set. That's a Descendants set.
Yeah,
Like you
like
could just tell,
when you watch like Friends, you know they're not
you know
walking down
that.
the real street.
Exactly.
It
You
just
know.
looks like a set. I mean, it makes sense because it's a sitcom, but Aladdin's not a sitcom.
It's $100 million billion film. Please
Yeah.
make your sets look lived in, for goodness
So
sakes. I'm so tired of that.
I would recommend watching Mulan live action. It wasn't a bad movie. I did enjoy it. The lady witch villain, hey, great character arc. I knew it was coming though. Um, but hey, she redeemed herself, and I think it's great.
Oh, we love that. That's
I
so sad.
really tried to watch The Little Mermaid live action, but I hated it.
Oh, I've
Um,
only heard good things about it. Like everyone I talked to loved it and then
I
said that
didn't
the
like the
prince couldn't
music.
sing and that was it. They were like, Prince can't sing.
No, there was quite a
But
few
she sounds
songs.
just like Ariel. Like listening
Oh
to her
yeah,
songs, I'm like,
she did
oh, she
great.
sounds just like her.
She did great. No, the music was not that good. Also, I'm kind of upset that who made a comment about this? Maybe it was Dylan is in trouble, but no, I don't want to say that because I don't know if it was him. But someone said that make her hair like red. It was brown in the movie. I was like, make it red. Like it's Ariel. She's known for her green tail and her red hair. Just go all the way for it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I think okay, so here's my take on it because I think the costumes in this movie are incredible. And my take on it is once again, this is a cartoon being brought into live action, and they're trying to keep it from looking cartoonish. Because I mean, you watch like my thought on it is you watch, and they did a tint of red, but it is mostly brown. But they
Make it
you
more
watch
red.
like
That's all I
Descendants
ask.
and they have like purple hair and blue hair and like the wigs are like pretty bad and it
Yeah.
just takes you out of it. So I can see why they
Like
changed
it
it.
doesn't have to be like this color red. Like I'm just saying just make it just a tint more because
Yeah.
it's just brown hair. Um but also The Little Mermaid was never really my favorite. So
Yeah.
sorry to all the haters. I'm not a hater of The Little Mermaid. I'm just it just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
It just wasn't.
And I'm just a hater of live action remakes.
Hey, no you're not. Not completely because you
Not
like
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Dude, Cinderella.
You like
Okay, but
Cinderella.
Here's the other thing too. Cinderella's a perfect film. Okay, I could talk for years, for
Dude,
ages,
it's the
for
guy from Game of
hours.
Thrones. And it's Lily
Oh
James.
my
You can't
gosh,
go more
dude! And the
perfect than
story's so
that.
cute, and the relationship that they enhance with the dad and the son, and it's just like the perfect example
Yeah.
of taking something and making it different in a way that makes it better. And I think that's really hard to do. Like I'm not saying like, oh, I could do it better than them. Like I think it's really hard. And when you're coming from a source material that's so well loved, um, I just I think some of them it's like you just don't even have to mess with them. And I think everyone's tired of
Yeah.
them being messed with. And I remember when I was a kid, I was always like, oh, I want to see it. I don't know. I always wanted the live action. I was always like, yes, make it, but in real
Hmm.
life. But it's just not the same. And there's just a certain heart that goes into animation that you can't recreate. And I don't think every single idea or story needs to be made in all these different mediums. I mean, when
Yeah.
people are like, we need a live action across the Spider-Verse, I'm like, sit down and shut up. The entire
Like
reason why
just
these movies are so good is because of the
yes.
style they're made in. You
Some
can't
movies
replicate
just
that.
you just can't do it. Like Ice Age. If anyone tried to make a live action of Ice Age, I would kill them. I would find them and run them over with my car. You cannot make that into a live action. I don't it's no one's have ever said that they're gonna do it, but that's the first thing that came into my head. I was like, there are certain movies that just should not be remade, and Ice Age is one of them. I will find you and I will hit you with my car if you even have the idea to do Ice Age. I was like, my Sid the Sloth. You can't.
Well, I don't think they could.
Can't.
I mean, like, I think I like
You
Lion King,
can't.
how everyone's like, oh, so they took out all the emotions and then they made this movie and CGI and that's impressive or whatever, but I don't care. There's no way, you know?
No. Like
Um,
Lion King
but
one and a half is the best Lion King in my opinion.
you know
And
what? You
they
know what
didn't
needs a
even
live
they
action?
little what?
Anastasia.
Hercules.
Anastasia.
Anastasia.
And I'm not
Well,
talking, guys, I'm
not
not
the
gonna lie,
musical.
not
Not
the
the
musical.
musical.
Guys, hey, don't
The
hate. I
movie.
hated the musical.
The musical, great music. There are certain songs that I really do like from the musical, but it is boring.
It is the most boring musical I've ever seen. I was literally sitting there like, are you kidding? The whole time.
Yeah.
Because like, here's the thing. Here and I, guys, I'm so sorry about this take. I saw the Frozen musical on Broadway. And it
It's the
was so
best.
good. It was so good. And you know why? Because they were creative and they had to do all these things and they did them. Anastasia, nothing. They were like, here's her standing and singing. In the next scene, she will be standing and singing. And in the next scene, he will be standing next to her and singing. I'm like, okay, are we watching a talent show? Like, that's fine if that's what this is. But it was like, to me,
Mhm.
it was worse than a jukebox musical. Okay, guys, don't hate. I think it was worse than a jukebox musical. It was just so boring.
Okay.
I was like, yawn. Anyways, beautiful music
So,
though. Music is
so one of my,
beautiful. But that would be such a good movie. And if they
it
keep
would
the
be a
weird,
great live action.
spiritual demon guy in, because they took him out for the musical, and they added this kind of love triangle thing.
No! What the frick was that? What was that? What was that? I want my evil villain song back. That, dude, what is with these people and villains? They're ruining them. Like, okay, what's the movie called? It's like Dream or something like that. Okay? Did you watch it?
Dream?
Okay. Dream or something. Let me find it.
Dream or
Because
something. You got it.
it's an animation movie that came
I've
out
watched it
like
12
last
times.
year. Dream movie. No, give me a minute. Wish. I was so close. Wish. Okay,
Right. No, I did not. I read the reviews and was
this
like, cool, I'm not gonna spend my
movie,
money on that.
most boring villain song ever. Like, it's just like why? Make the villain. He's a villain. Make him evil. Make him bad. I want be prepared. I want Fern Gully. What a throwback. Not a Disney movie, but that villain song hits every time. That's another reason why I did not controversial. I did not like um Spider-Man when okay, I did like when all the Spider-Mans come together from every universe, you know?
That was
Thought that
cool.
was great. Thought it was great. But I hated that they made the villains good people. Now, because I love a good villain. I love it when they're evil. Okay? But in that movie, they're just like, oh, something bad happened to your brain. You were being poisoned by this thing. So we're gonna fix that, and then we're gonna make you good people again. You just ruined my favorite villain, who is an octopus.
It's interesting when they do it like every 10 or 20 villains. Then I'm
Yeah.
like, cool, that's great. When it's every single one,
It's like some people are not good people, and you can't make a bad person immediately into a good person. You know? Like
yeah.
villains, like I don't know. I just have a hard time with it sometimes.
And here's the thing, I'm not trying to take those movies as something that they're not, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm expecting Marvel when I'm watching Marvel, because people are like, well, this wasn't deep and this wasn't deep, and they're not deep. That's not their thing. And the
No.
ones that are done. Like we're done with those. Like that, obviously that whole era is over, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, rip.
Like if in the new movies, because they're coming out with like Secret Wars and stuff like that. Like if they brought back Thanos and they made him, oh, dude, you don't have to be, dude, you don't have to be a bad guy. And then he was like, okay, I'll be good. I would walk out of the theater. Hello, sorry to interrupt the episode. I kind of low-key take it back. I'm editing right now, by the way. In the moment of recording, I was so passionate about them changing the villains to good, or yeah, to good guys, and I was so upset about it. But that was more like I felt that when I watched it. And I think what I remember from seeing it in theaters for the first time and seeing that they did that, I was like, at the time they were doing that with so many villains in so many movies, and I was just like, why the frick are they doing this? Like, they're just ruining such great, complex, and interesting villains, and now they're doing it with Spider-Man and whatever. And so when I was watching it, I was like, I don't know if I still feel that way. Like, I think I need to rewatch it again because it's been a while. So I actually rewatched it. Guys, still hits. It's a great movie. It's really sad though. But I'm changing my opinion. Because the more I thought about it, I was like, well, Spider-Man's the kind of character who wants to save everyone. He wants to help everyone. Like, he's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Like, that's what he wants to do, and that's the kind of superhero that he is. So I was like, it makes sense for Spider-Man to see all these characters or these people who are bad people and wants to help them change. Like, to me, that made sense. I think what also made me upset is that these characters are my childhood. I grew up on the original Spider-Man movies, so the fact that they brought it back was fantastic. But then changing it, I was like, oh, why are they doing this? Like, my childhood's gone. You know, like that feeling of just like, oh wow, it's like over. Like, they're changing all these great characters I loved. Villains are really good for characters, especially superheroes, because I think that they can make the superhero stronger, wiser. They can make them more resilient of all the things that they put them through. They're now the superhero's character arc goes from, here to here, and I think that those are always really important. Also, I really like the idea of learning how a villain gets made. Like, I kind of was saying how I don't like not every bad person can become a good person. I still do stand by that, but I do believe in second chances, and these characters I believe deserved their second chance. So I do take that back. I don't take back what I said about Thanos. I don't think Thanos could Thanos did too many bad things. Because, like, thinking about these characters, Doc Ock specifically, Doc Ock, he was always kind to Peter. He always protected Peter, and he didn't want to be a villain at the end of the day. Like, he didn't mean to become evil like that. Like, it was the machine who did that to him. It was the same with Green Goblin. Like, he put that stuff in his body and it made him evil. I mean, he even says it, like, in the film where he's like, Spider-Man, like, you made your choices and I made mine. But again, he didn't want to be a villain. He had this thing and was testing it, and so he put it on him, and it went bad, and he turned into a bad guy. I don't know. It's just so good. And I just love learning
everything you can about a villain. I don't think it's bad when they turn villains into good guys or like an anti-hero. I think I was coming off like that, but I don't think that. I think it's interesting when they turn good guys into villains, for sure. What I really love about Spider-Man and those villains is that Spider-Man really, like, he was one of those superheroes, like, same with Wanda. Like, they really lose everything in their life. Like, Peter had lost everyone he loved, and depending on which Spider-Man you're watching, Mary Jane, like that whole situation, and he had every opportunity to turn evil, but he was defeating all these evil villains, and he decides to choose good. So I do love that. So I love Spider-Man, I love Doc Ock, and I love my Green Goblin. I love all of them, especially my Green Goblin. I just think it's hard sometimes letting go of parts from your childhood like that, and especially like when they change it, you know. I think that was hard a lot, even though they're like bad villains, but they're interesting villains is what I'm trying to say. Villain can definitely bring in good tension, and I think those characters did. Those villains made me scared for Spider-Man. And you know, earlier I was talking about I like a villain that scares me, and you know what, Doc Ock and Green Goblin sure did scare me as a kid. I was like, oh my gosh, like, is Spider-Man gonna defeat him? Oh, this is so good. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the episode.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I feel like there's so many good villains in those early 2000s.
Yeah.
uh ones, and even when they're confronted with the fact that they are bad, they don't, I don't know how to say this in a way that's like, it's not like we don't need redemption in villains, but like when you're watching a movie that's 90 minutes long, like you kind of have to
Mm-hmm.
choose what you're going to pay attention to and what you're going to expand on. And if every single villain is just their redemption story, I'm just bored. And also,
Yeah.
like, Disney's now doing every single villain as a twist villain, like every, like Pixar is. And I love, dude, when I watched Wreck-It Ralph, I was like, dang, this
So
is the
good.
best. This is
Dude,
awesome. And now
Zootopia
it's every
got
single one.
me.
Oh, Zootopia is good too. Zootopia I fell for sure. But now when it's every single one, it's like, okay, all
I'm
right.
like, I don't care no more.
Because I think it's just like when you're in a corporation, they find something that works and then they're gonna milk it until we're tired of it and then they're gonna move on, you know? So I'm just hoping that we can move on a little
Yeah.
faster with some of these.
Yeah.
I just rather
Um,
than make a live action Disney movie with like a new idea. I'm so
Me
tired of every
too.
single year it being an animated movie that's like bland and made by a corporation, and then a live action remake of something I don't care about, and the twist is something I don't care about.
Yeah, exactly. You know
I'm
what's
just
a
like,
great
oh,
movie
can we
that
make
I
a
just
new
recently
live action
watched?
Disney? Like, when was the last time there was a new live action Disney movie? Because there used to be so many. Like, I remember when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, and there was like all those
Dude,
that
Pirates of
were.
the Caribbean was so good. Let me look. Let me look on Disney Plus right now. You know what's a great movie that's not Disney, that's animated?
Hmm.
Flo. Suck it, Nico.
Nico hates Flo.
He's not toxic enough for him, and I get it. He's like, I almost fell asleep. Shut up, Nico. Love you to bits, but I start crying. I can't believe they took away Disney Channel. I mean, it
Oh,
makes sense.
Cruella. Cruella would have been the most recent that wasn't a,
Oh,
but that still kind of counts.
it counts because Cruella is part of a universe. Just make a new universe.
Yeah,
Just
no
make
one's in
something new.
anymore. It makes me so sad.
They just need to bring back the old fun movies. Like,
Yeah, they need to like fire their entire team and start over. Like I don't know what it is. I
yeah.
think all
Like,
and
okay,
all
Bedtime
studios are like this right now.
Stories. That's a great movie. The Game Plan.
Oh,
That's another great movie. They just need to go. This is more have fun, you
just
know?
feels like most movies don't have like heart and soul anymore. That like
Yeah,
that come out of corporations, which feels like that makes sense. Like that should be like a
yeah.
no-brainer.
Like, like now they're redoing Shrek. I oh, what's the story? We have a teenager, Shrek's teenager, who is rebellious probably,
Who
and
she doesn't
and
understand.
then Shrek accepts her at the end. I don't care. The animation sucks. I've seen the teaser. I don't care about Shrek anymore. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't care. After Shrek 3, I was done. It's similar to with
Shrek 3 was so
Marvel.
good. Guys, I don't know why people didn't like Shrek 3. I freaking
Dude,
love
Shrek
Shrek
3
the
is so
Third.
good.
That's my favorite one, and everyone's like, "What?"
Like
I'm
when
like,
he
that one
eats
has
the
the most quotes of any of them.
Dude,
That
like when
one's
he eats
so
the
funny.
rats.
Taco gratin? It's organic.
Oh, thanks. I just ate a boulder on the way in.
Just
Love that
love it so much.
movie.
But after Shrek 3, I just stopped caring. Like us growing up, we have like the 13th year, you know? Like we can
Hmm.
like Ice Princess, R.I.P.
Dude, Ice Princess. Freaking loved Ice Princess. Ice Princess, I wanted
Princess
to
was so
be
good.
an ice skater so bad. And there was a
Me
skating
too.
rink by my, well, I guess it wasn't by our house, it was just like in Renton.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. And
But
I
then
every
there's
time I
like
went
the
there, I was like,
bench
oh.
warmers. You got the bench warmers. You
Oh
got
yeah, they don't make those
freaking
comedies
Lights
anymore
of Blue.
either.
They don't
Comedies
make
like
those
that.
comedies. No one wants to take a risk anymore. Guys, take a risk. Make a fun movie. Who cares if you lose money on it? Who cares?
Probably
You
the
have so much.
studio. Probably their
No, because they
bosses.
have so much. They have so much money.
Yeah.
Disney? Are you serious? They have so much money. You can take a chance on a little comedy, like, or just something that's stupid fun, like the 13th year, Smart House. The what's
And then we had all
what's the
the
what's the weather one where London Tipton and that one girl from Read It and Weep, not Read It and Weep. It's a soccer movie where they have like the weather thing and they could change the weather and then Santa Claus. Dude, what? Don't look at me like that. Do you not know
I
this
have no
movie?
idea what you're talking
What? And then like what else? What else like dude, that girl was in everything. Freaking Brenda Song. Like Windy Woohoo.
I think it was Wendy Wu. I don't think there was a Who at the end.
Okay, you might be right.
Yeah, Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior.
Maybe that's
Haven't
what. Yeah,
watched it. It's possible it has not aged well. In fact, it is probable.
Read and Weep. I just bring it back.
Stuck in the suburbs, is that what you mean?
No, but that's another good one because
Cowbells.
that's a good one too. No, but Stuck in the Suburbs, that's the one that's kind of based on Jesse McCartney a little bit where they steal the superstar's phone, the pop star's phone, and then they change his whole schedule and like they're trying to make his life like better for him. Like they give him a haircut, they do all these things for him. And then they
Dude,
meet and
Avalon
like they're in like
High. Sorry,
Phil
I'm so sorry. I'm so
Phil of
sorry.
the Future.
Yeah, I think, and there was also like, so obviously those are all like the Disney Channel produced movies, but then they had like the serious Disney movies, like serious but still for kids that were like Narnia and Pirates of the Caribbean and like that you could watch with like your parents and they still liked them.
Yeah, wait, dude, I'm gonna find this
They're
movie.
so
I can't believe
good.
it's the weather one.
Also, dude, Minutemen. We talked about it last week, I think.
Minutemen.
Did we?
I don't
No,
know,
we talked about it
probably.
with Theo. We were talking about Minutemen with Theo. Dude, Minutemen's amazing.
Disney weather
And that was
movie.
the guy who played Elvis now. He's famous now.
Oh,
Forget
yeah,
his name.
okay.
Austin Butler. Elena, I know you're
I found
screaming
it.
it. Um,
Oh, I found it. Okay, the ultimate Christmas present. Okay, these two girls. I was right about Brenda's song. I was wrong about the other girl. But dude, this movie was so good. 49% on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't care. I loved it. Bring these movies back. Allie and Sam lose control of Santa's weather machine. Yes.
oh, they're doing. Wait, can I announce something really quick?
Okay, what?
They are doing the live action Hercules. They're calling it Hades. It's gonna be like how they did Maleficent and Cruella. So it's from Hades' perspective. I'm not gonna lie, I've loved all of those. Like I've loved
Me too.
Maleficent,
I
dude.
did love
Oh my
Maleficent.
gosh. Maleficent's one of my favorites of the Disney like live action twist things. Cause see, I think that's a better way to do it versus the like remake it shot for shot, but like we don't like it and there's no heart and it's auto-tuned.
Oh my gosh, look at the Irish. That's another good one. No, it was like this kid goes
Luck of the Irish is a fever
Cadet
dream,
Kelly.
dude.
Cadet
Cadet
Kelly.
Kelly.
Bring gotta kick it up. What the frick? The Cheetah Girls? How did we go from the best movies ever to Wish? Get the
Well, okay,
hell
but
out of
here's the
here.
other thing. I mean, We were
I know you're gonna make a
kids.
really good point.
We were kids. I mean, it's different. Your expectations are different. The things you love are different. The stuff you're willing
I'm a
to um
attention. Dad
look
not
past. Like I feel
attentions.
like back then the writing didn't matter because Girly Pop is I'm talking Ice Princess. She's on the ice. And that's all I care about. You know?
I
Like you're not
yeah,
thinking about like
totally.
that was a bad call, that editing was stupid, that writing was bad, that line no one ever says that. Like our lens is just so different now. So I think
Well,
I'm sure like
it's not just that.
Descendants. I mean, they love Descendants. Like my younger sister loves Descendants and um, I know so many like the girls I babysat were obsessed with it. And so like there's still things that they love that come
No,
out that the kids
it's
love.
not just that, Carolyn. It's not like, oh, like the stuff that they're making nowadays maybe isn't for us. It's to me that's not what I'm saying. It's like they're not even attempting to make something that's fun. They're just making stuff because they have to make money.
That's true.
Like, I don't know, because the kids love Descendants. Like Descendants was is fantastic. It's great. And it's when you're watching it, you're like, this is ridiculous, but it's a good ridiculous.
Yeah, to
But
Camp
they're
Rock.
Camp Rock. They're not even attempting to try and make something fun and interesting. Like the
There's just
13th
like a
year,
heart that's
that was an
missing.
yeah, like the 13th year, that was a great movie about a boy who was put on a buoy and rescued by a man on a boat, and they raised him like his own. And then when he turns 13, he's on the swim team. He's so fantastic. He's great. He finds out his mom is a mermaid. And then he turns into a merman. You have Luck of the Irish. A kid finds out he's related to leprechauns. His mom's a leprechaun. And he turns into a leprechaun because he has all this luck. I, so stupid. Lassiter from Psych is in that movie, okay? He creeped me out as a kid. He was scary. Great villain. Hot. But it's just they just they need to take chances. And I know no one from Disney is listening to this right now, but if you are, if there's a chance that you are listening to this, just just have fun. They're kids. They don't care.
I think that's also what's different is obviously like trends change and the audience shifts because what they're consuming is different than what we were consuming at the time. But I do think that there's just like a soul that's missing from all these movies, and it's because it's like a big business now. It's not, you know.
Yeah. Like I really
And
liked it Encanto? Enchanto? Canto?
Encanto.
Thank you.
What? I don't know if I said it right. I might
Encanto.
say it wrong too.
I might say it wrong, and that's okay. But I really liked that movie. They did fantastic with it. Raya the Last Dragon. That was fantastic. That's not live
Um,
action, but it's a
oh,
great
it is. Wait,
movie.
hold on. Let's see. Encanto. I still think I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, that one was great. There's a lot of, I mean, it's not to say that they don't all have heart, but I feel like
But a
some
lot
of
of
it's
them are
missing for
missing
sure.
it. Cause,
Hmm.
cause right now I just feel like Disney's like, oh, what made money?
Yeah. I mean,
It's like I
it's
know
sad.
you only care about money, but bring back the soul of
But
Disney.
also, I think they're just like doing way too much, like with all the shows on streaming. And what's the most recent one that came out? Oh, Disney
What?
Snow White's coming out. Don't care. Don't care.
Don't care. Snow White, sorry. She's boring.
Well, also, and it's
Unless
not
it's
even
Mirror
just
Mirror.
that. Like,
I
first of all,
did love
Gal
Mirror Mirror.
Gadot is not a good actress, and I stand by that. And
Who?
Mira Mirror is great. Gal Gadot, I just think she's a really bad actress.
I think she's fine.
I'm just not interested. The trailer I watched, I was like, oh, I don't care. I just don't
I do
care.
think Rachel has a great voice though.
She has a wonderful voice.
I
She's
think she has
she's
a wonderful
phenomenal.
voice.
I think she's a great actress. I think and like obviously the opportunities she's been given are incredible. Like she did Hunger Games, she did West Side Story, she did. But she's done a
Um,
ton. And obviously if I was an actress in her position, I'd be like, heck yeah, I'm gonna sign on to a Disney movie. That's a career move.
yeah. And
But
but she did turn a lot of people off of it,
yeah,
in
her
her
interview was rough.
interviews.
She got PR training. She's doing better now. That
Yeah,
was rough though. That was rough.
that was rough. Because
Um,
I know this is kind of a controversial opinion. I do like strong, like women in movies, but sometimes I like it when they're rescued by the guy, and I like it when love is something that's important to the characters, you know?
and I don't
Like
think
I,
that's a controversial opinion. I think it's like I think what happened was we did every single movie the guy saves the girl, and then they shifted, and then they did every single movie the girl saves the day. And then they made it completely where it's like completely don't rely on a man for anything ever. And like that's fine. And you can do that in your own every day, and that's great. Like my
yeah.
relationship with my husband is really strong, and we're both very independent. We do our own things all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, but I feel like when I'm watching a fantasy movie, I'm taking it as that, as fantasy. So if they make the guy the strong man who's like gonna save the day and be the prince, I'm fine with that. And
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad to want that every other movie. Like I
Yeah, I
understand
don't
people
think it's
got tired
bad.
of it when it's every single movie, but when it's
Yeah.
not every single movie, which it's not, it's like
Yeah.
great. That's
Like,
fun.
hey, in Mulan, she was a strong character and she was strong on her own. And then this cute captain over here, she's like, you know what? Okay. You know?
Yeah, it's the same with like Rapunzel and is this a great example of that? Like she's the one that ultimately saves the day. I guess he cuts her hair, but
Yeah.
and same with
She was
like
willing to do what
Frozen.
she
It's
needed to
it's
do.
about Anna and
Yeah.
Elsa. But
About the
we still
love.
love having the love in it, and I
Yeah.
don't think that it's bad to have that motivation. And I think Disney completely shifted, and then they were like, none of our princesses have guys anymore.
I mean, a lot of people like me are drawn to movies that have that, you know?
Yeah,
That's why a lot of people read romance movies. Or
yeah,
read romance movies, read romance books,
yeah.
because it's nice. But yeah, like in Princess and the Frog,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
really sweet.
how they
And I
kind of
think
save each other.
exactly. And I don't think it's bad to have, yeah, I don't
I
know.
love Princess and the Frog. I love it so much. I if they try to make a live action of it, I'll be destroyed. I'll
I
be
don't think they
destroyed.
will. I don't know. I mean, I think I
It's
hope
just
they just get the
perfect.
picture. I hope that
Yeah.
the live actions flop enough that they stop doing them. Please,
Yeah.
guys, stop going to see these
I did
movies. If you
read
don't want them to come
something.
out, stop going to see them.
Yeah, I did read something though that Disney is trying to go back to like drawing their animation, which I think is fantastic because that was one of the reasons why I loved Princess and the Frog, which is like on the if I'm going down the list on like why I love that movie, that is at the top. Like it's just because you just see when you see like a movie being drawn like that, you see all the love and the heart that went into it and all the hard work. And that's why I just love animation.
Yeah, I
I
think
just love
it's
it so
beautiful. It's such a
much.
cool medium, and I think
Yeah.
with the success of the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, like it like
Hmm.
made it so cool because it showed studios that they can make money using this different style and trying
Yeah.
different things. Um,
Hmm.
and so I
For
hope they
sure.
keep doing it.
Yeah.
I hope they take some risks. But
Yeah. And Disney, if you were gonna make something into a TV show, don't make it into a movie. Like
I
AKA
wanted
Moana 2.
to.
Also, if you're gonna make it into a movie, hey, you actually can make it a little bit longer and make it make sense.
So
Dude, it
we've
was like an
already
hour. It was an hour of confusion and plot holes. It was so weird. Like the ending, I was like, so did she get saved? Did she get released from the prison? I don't know. We'll never know because they didn't tell us. Um,
See,
they
that's
literally
so
never tell us.
crazy. because it's just like they have to take like instead of so
Don't they have people who
DC.
watch these movies?
Yeah, they usually have an audience that screens them for a while. And here's the thing too, like DC, they made this movie a few years back. It was a Batgirl movie, and it was supposed to have Michael Keaton, and
Mm,
I don't know the lead girl. But it was supposed to be them too, and it was a Batgirl movie. They filmed the whole thing, they edited the whole thing, and
hmm.
then they scrapped it last minute because they were like, it sucks. We're not going to release it. Which
Oh yeah.
that's rough. Hey, you're gonna lose a lot of money. Obviously, these movies usually have insurance on them, so you might get back some of it, but for the most part, you're losing a lot of money. Um, can we go back to doing that? Can you just not release
Hey,
it?
if the
Can you
movie's
just
bad,
wait a
don't
year?
release it. If the
Can you
movie's
just
bad, don't
say
release it. And
maybe,
I
maybe
know
not?
also stop stop bringing things back. Just like I know some of it's like nostalgia where it's like, "Oh my gosh, Wizards of Waverly Place is back." Like everyone's grown up. But you don't see those people. Like it's just Justin and you sprinkle in Selena Gomez. Like that's it.
And then like, and honestly, their audience is, and I think here's the thing. This is another thing that I think is bringing that stuff back is iCarly because they remade it as a show for adults. That's
Hmm.
funny. That's new. That's a fun concept. Let's do that. And then
Yeah.
also your audience has grown up. Now they want to watch it. They're making it for this
Yeah.
new audience. Um, for these kids now. It's a kids show. So then it's like, okay. Like I'm not gonna watch it. I haven't watched any of it. I watched like a clip Selena Gomez was in and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Um, so I rather if they're gonna bring back old things, at least have a new idea with it. Like that's a lot of people's problem with the new Star Wars stuff, is they're like, it's just the old stuff, but it's worse.
Yeah.
You know?
Like
And so then it's
maybe
like if you
kind
have a
of similar
new
to
concept, do it. If you don't,
yeah.
just
Like
shelf
if
it,
you really
please.
wanted to have a show with wizards, like if you're like, well, that made money back in the day, then may kind of kind of similar to Star Wars, where like they had new characters, but like, you know, sprinkled in some new things or
Yeah.
like old things.
And I
Like
think
they'd be
that's
like,
why
oh, like this person, whatever.
the prequels, and I don't want to hear a word, not from you, not you, Maddie, but just of hate,
I was
because
like, what did I do? I like the
the
prequels.
prequels are silly and they're so fun and they're so creative and they're new ideas and I think
Hmm.
they're so fun because of that. And obviously they have their flaws like any franchise, like any movie, like any bad movie specifically. But like they're full of new ideas and like I think that's what is missing. That's what's lacking right now. Everyone's like, "Oh,
Yeah. Just
everything's already
hire
been
new
made."
people.
Okay, new characters,
Bring
please.
bring new people in.
Please.
Because just bring new people in, honestly, because all these interns that they're getting for like the Disney college program, they're just putting them in the parks. Like give these people opportunity to be like, I have an idea.
Yeah, and I mean like an indie film just won like 4 Oscars. Like I people want to hear
Yeah.
new voices.
People want to
So
hear new like Flo. They didn't talk at all. Great movie. Because you know what? Disney did this thing. I don't know if you might have heard of it. It's called Zenimation. Have you seen it?
No, I don't know what that is.
I love Zenimation. It's like a series that they take sounds, like specific sounds like water or wind or something like that, and they make like little episodes on like what films they had that in. And it's for like the designers of sound and like soundscapes and stuff like that. Because like there's people who do that. Like there are people who are sit in a studio and they make all these noises for the films. And that's what they did in Flow. Hey, Flow's
Oh, the Foley
just
artists? Dude, I always think those videos are
yeah.
so cool. I
They're
love
so
watching Foley
cool.
artists.
Is animation when the kids were really little and they had a hard time like falling asleep, I would turn on animation. Hey, pass out.
That's
That's
awesome.
so soothing. The water one is so nice.
Well, guys, tell us what your least favorite remake and your favorite twist on a remake has been. We'd love to hear from you.
No, we don't. I'm
And
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
if
Our listeners, Catherine, Elena, and Emily.
Oh, by the way, shout out Kathy. She's getting a tattoo today. By the time this airs, she's already got the
Wait,
tattoo.
what? What kind of tattoo?
Yeah, she's getting a tattoo. She's wanting to get this treble clef
Oh, makes
tattoo for a long
sense. Fits
time.
her
Yeah, my mom's a
perfectly.
music teacher.
That's
And
so
she sent me
cute.
pictures. It's really pretty. I haven't seen the tattoo yet, but she's literally getting it right now as we record this. So I'm excited to hear from her.
That's so
Congrats,
cute.
Kathy, on the tattoo. Shout out, Kathy.
Congrats.
You guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. This was
We
kind
will
of a
not see you
weird.
next week.
We won't. Oh, we're
Because
gone. We're hanging out. We're gonna be on the
Carolyn is
road.
actually coming to Phoenix on Monday. So
I
exciting. I'm so excited. I
am.
get to see you in a few days. But we are doing a whole thing for my mom.
Yeah, we're doing a
So
little
we're
road
gonna be
trip to California. We'll see Elena, Lady Spaney. See you
we'll
then.
see you, Miss Elena. But we probably are gonna be working all week, so we won't have time to record, which is sad. But the episode that is after next week, we're gonna be doing an episode on famous quotes, and we're gonna see if Carolyn can guess what movie they're from.
Dude, I'm gonna.
Do we think you can? We're gonna see.
It's not gonna
I
go
think
well.
you can. I did some
There's
really
a lot
fun
of movies I
ones.
haven't seen. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, but we'll see.
No,
It'll be fun.
I picked ones that I'm pretty sure you've seen. You'll find out. Okay. And also, guys, check out the survey that we have down below.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. What do you want to? What should we talk about? Is what we're asking. What should
Yeah.
Maddie and I discuss?
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.